Hey everybody, Dan here from Sherp ATV. Well, what we got going today is we're going to try to go across the river behind us here and try to get a path to an area that I have not been to yet. So again, I got about 115 acres and half of a 40, actually 3/4 of a 40, I haven't got to because there's just no trails that are going there. So what we're going to do is get the old Sherpa going, and we're going to go across the river and check that out. I've been over a couple of times, and one of the things that happens when you drive through the woods and you have that window open is there's a bucket load of twigs, leaves, you name it. It goes on the insides, so we just got that thing all vacuumed out, which is good. So we got her all cleaned out, all ready to go. So I'll get that set up, and we'll get across the river and have a little bit of fun and get some stuff done. Looking forward to the ground freezing again. Don't like driving in the Sherp across the lawn. It leaves marks sometimes, and gravel. Still learning all the details about the property, but it appears that that river is about 6 feet deep in the middle, directly going across the river. It's shallower in other spots, but it has been a fairly dry area, so I think the river's a little bit low compared to normal, but I'm not positive. Still puts a smile on my face every time I drive in the water. It just does not feel right. So again, there's lots of different trails that are around this property, but I didn't have that path to try to get down to a marshy type area with a little creek through it. So what I did is I made a new path. Now I probably could have tried to drive through this, but if you look there, I mean, a 6-inch tree I'm not going to be able to knock over. So I basically knocked this stuff over. I'll come down through here. And then I'm going to go straight through there. I can't walk through there, it's too big. But you can kind of see in the background, there's a marsh back there. Hopefully you can see that. So what I'm going to attempt to do is put a camera down here so you can see me trying to drive through all this crap. We will see how well that works. So we made her through, as you've seen. Pretty cool. Let's try to get a drone shot out here to see what's going on. This is a pretty cool area. Pretty wicked to try to walk through and so forth, but it's pretty neat. See, the challenge here is you can kind of see how those, or hopefully you can see that, how they're bent over. Coming back this other way, they act like spears, so you got to be careful about how you drive back through this stuff. But take a look what there is. Isn't that nuts? And it's just cool out here. We'll get a drone shot. You can see what's really going on. There is just so much to discover, so much to do back here. And as you can see, there is nobody, no houses around here at all. So this is a small little creek that runs through the far western part of the property. Didn't appear like there was a lot of animals going through there, but time will tell once I learn about what's going on, about what's happening. I'm sure I'm going to make some new discoveries. Looking forward to the arrival of snow. I think it's going to make things much smoother in riding through this marshy kind of type area. There's a lot of divots, shall we say, scattered throughout all of that grass that you can't see. And with the snow, I'm guessing that that's going to smooth that out a little bit. Time will tell. Heck, you never know. We might bring some snowmobiles back here and do a little bit of backcountry riding this winter. We will see. It is so bumpy out here. I don't know if you can see this in the camera or not, but I'm bouncing up and down. Like, I don't know what. So basically there's like, I don't know, 2 feet little dips that are in this thing. It makes you just bounce around over and over again. Flip this around here. Trying to see, maybe you can't see that, but it's just up and down, it's marsh. So I don't think anybody's been here for a long time. I don't know how you'd even get out here unless you had a Sherp. But I have over on the other side, you can't see the creek that runs through there, but I own that too. Pretty nifty. So I was able to use the Insta360 camera to do a little bit of videotaping. And I was able to use that 10-foot extension, but when using that 10-foot extension and having that stick out there, it bounces around a little bit, so I apologize for the quality of some of this video. But hey, remember, these tires on this Sherp are 60 inches tall, and that grass is damn near up to the top. If you had to walk through this, it would be a living nightmare. Not only because of the grass, but also because of all of those holes, shall we say, that exist out there. This isn't like a bog type territory. It's more almost like a marsh. There is a couple of different beaver dams that are on this property, very small compared to what I'm used to. In fact, I did see a beaver, and I tried to get that on video, but I wasn't fast enough in order to be able to capture all that. But this is just cool country. I'm really shocked that I did not see some type of trail that was going through this. I'm sure I just missed it. From either deer or bears or coyotes, wolves, I don't know what the heck it is. Something like that. I have not driven across that river you just seen there yet. I will get there. But the challenge is being all by yourself, kind of out here in the middle of nowhere, and dropping down essentially 3 feet straight down and then having to drive out again 3 feet without having anybody else with me. It would just be a hassle. So right now, right in front of the Sherp, probably can't see that because it's just a dark spot, but my guess is that goes down, I don't know, 2-3 feet. Let's see what happens here. Let's see if you can watch this. This is crazy, man. Crazy. There's that little creek that runs through there, and someplace back there, there's a beaver dam. We'll see if we can find that. Right down in there, that's all water. And I think that this is kind of like a big runoff area, but I'm not sure. Well, this feels kind of crazy. I know it's not, but it still just doesn't feel right. No matter how long you have a Sherp, it's still just amazing. Dark thing. Plain and simple. All the way. Come on, baby. Right. Been over here already before with the kind of like the south side. So again, this is the southern area of the property. I have went through here before, that's why you're seeing those tracks, but this is right on the property line. Again, leaving that grassy, shall we say, marshy type area. I don't know how to really even describe it. First thing you run into is just this kind of cover right on the end before you get into the woods. And this is very easy to drive through because the various trees are not very tall and they're not very strong, so they're really easy to get through. That was kind of neat, eh? Well, we made it home, so that's a good sign. Nothing broke. Got to find some new territory, which is exactly what I was hoping to do. Still got more exploring to do, but it'll come with time. Ooh, we got a little ice chunk floating down. It's fairly warm today. It's like 50 degrees here. Let's see if you can see this water. There we are, out in the river. Well, I'm not going to dry this Sherp all the way up and put it to the normal spot that I do, because I'm going to go out again tomorrow morning. And I don't want to mess up the lawn, so kind of go from there. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please comment. Let me know what you think of it. Let me know any Sherp tips that you may have. We'll catch you on the next one, all right? Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.